In the winter of 1959, 9 brave and adventurous souls embarked on an expedition into the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. They sought challenge, camaraderie, and the thrill of conquering nature's wildest landscapes. Little did they know, this journey would end in one of the most chilling and heart-wrenching mysteries of the 20th century. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. On January 23, 1959, a close-knit group of friends and fellow students gathered in Sverdlovsk, now Ekaterinburg. Led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old radio engineering student, the team consisted of 8 men and 2 women, all seasoned hikers with a passion for adventure. Spirits were high as they prepared for the journey of a lifetime. On January 27, the group set off from the town of Vyazai, the last inhabited settlement before their trek into the wilderness. They aimed to reach Otorten, a mountain approximately 10 kilometers north of their final campsite. Their excitement and determination were captured in the photographs and diaries they kept along the way. However, on January 28, one of their own, Yuri Yudin, fell ill and had to turn back. With a heavy heart, he bid farewell to his friends, not knowing it would be the last time he saw them alive. The remaining 9 continued their journey, unaware of the tragedy that lay ahead. On February 1, the hikers reached the slopes of Kholat Syakhl, Dead Mountain, in the language of the indigenous Mansi people. They pitched their tent on an open slope, planning to continue their trek the next day. This seemingly routine decision would later haunt investigators and theorists alike. In the early hours of February 2, something went terribly wrong. The hikers fled their tent in a panic, cutting their way out from the inside. They ventured into the freezing, pitch-black night, inadequately dressed for the harsh conditions, wearing only what they had on while sleeping. What unimaginable terror drove them into the deadly cold? When the group failed to return as scheduled, anxiety and dread gripped their families and friends. On February 20, a search and rescue operation was launched. Hope turned to horror on February 26, when the search party discovered the abandoned tent, partially buried in snow. Inside, everything was left behind, suggesting the hikers left in a frantic rush. The tent had been cut open from the inside, a desperate act indicating they faced an immediate and terrifying threat. The first bodies were found near a large cedar tree at the edge of the forest, about 1.5 kilometers from the tent. Yuri Doroshenko and Georgiy Krivonischenko lay in the snow, dressed only in their underwear. Nearby, the remains of a small fire offered a glimpse of their last, desperate attempt to survive the bitter cold. Igor Dyatlov, Zinaida Kolmogorova, and Rustem Slobodin were found next, between the cedar tree and the tent, suggesting they were trying to return to safety. Rustem had a small crack in his skull, but it was not considered a fatal wound. Their final moments must have been filled with confusion, fear, and the instinctual drive to survive. It took over 2 agonizing months to find the remaining 4 hikers. On May 4, under 4 meters of snow in a ravine 75 meters further into the woods, the bodies of Lyudmila Dubinina, Alexander Kolevatov, Nikolai Thibeaux-Brignollel, and Semyon Zolotaryov were discovered. These bodies bore severe internal injuries, including fractured skulls and broken ribs, without any external wounds. Lyudmila was missing her tongue, eyes, part of her lips, and facial tissue, adding a grisly layer to the mystery. The Soviet investigation concluded that a compelling natural force had caused the deaths. However, this explanation left many questions unanswered, fueling numerous theories. Some speculate that an avalanche drove the hikers from their tent. An avalanche would explain why the hikers fled in a panic, why the tent was cut from the inside, and why some of the bodies had severe internal injuries. However, the slope's angle was too low for a significant avalanche, and the patterns of damage did not match typical avalanche injuries. Furthermore, the hikers were experienced and likely would have avoided such a risk. Others believe they encountered military testing, possibly secret weapons or parachute mines. This theory suggests that the hikers may have stumbled upon a secret military experiment or were accidentally caught in its path. The severe internal injuries without external wounds could be consistent with the impact of shock waves from an explosion. Radioactivity found on some of the hikers' clothing adds weight to this theory, but it remains inconclusive and highly controversial. There are even claims of a Yeti or extraterrestrial involvement. Some witnesses reported seeing strange orange orbs in the sky around the time of the incident, leading to speculation that the hikers might have encountered something not of this world. While these theories capture the imagination, they are often dismissed due to lack of concrete evidence. Another plausible theory is infrasound, a type of low-frequency sound that can induce feelings of fear and panic in humans. Under specific conditions, the wind could have created a phenomenon known as the Kármán vortex street, producing infrasound capable of causing extreme discomfort and irrational behavior. This might explain why the hikers fled their tent so suddenly and irrationally. Some researchers propose paradoxical undressing, a known phenomenon during severe hypothermia where individuals remove their clothing due to the false sensation of overheating. Combined with the disorientation caused by hypothermia, this could account for the hikers' state of undress and their seemingly erratic behavior. Despite numerous investigations and modern technology, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma. Each theory brings more questions than answers, and the truth of what happened on that fateful night continues to elude us. As we ponder the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident, we remember the 9 brave souls who ventured into the unknown and never returned. Their story remains a haunting reminder of the unforgiving power of nature and the enduring mystery of the human experience. They were more than hikers. They were sons and daughters, friends and companions, dreamers who sought to explore the world and pushed the boundaries of human endeavor. In memory of the Dyatlov group, we honor their spirit of adventure and mourn their tragic loss. May their story never be forgotten. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history's mysteries. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Curious Chronicles for more fascinating stories. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below with the topics you'd like us to cover next.